So after that, when you got on the cruise ship, what was your career like after that? Like how did you become who you are now from that point?
Well, I did the cruise ships, and I really got to be bad in on ships, and I was still good, but they're not buying a ticket to see me there. They're buying a ticket for a cruise, and the entertainment's a bonus, on cruise ships. So it's not like they bought $100 ticket going, oh, this guy sucks. I want my $100 back. They're getting the cruise, the free food, they're seeing the world. So it's nice. You can there's a little bit of room for play, at least back then. And so I kept looking at the next thing because I realized television was the way to go, and I thought I needed to get on TV. So I kept doing different things and trying to be different. And then I started messing my hair up more and making it look like this. So I stood out more, and I wasn't just, a decent looking kid that did some good tricks. And I started making fun of myself and making fun of the magic I was doing. And then I started applying for TV shows. I would write letters and send headshots and send big VHS tapes, those things of the past now. I think that's all we had. And the odd time I'd get some information back. And then I got an opportunity. I moved to Orlando, Florida, when I was married to my first wife. This is years ago in 1999, and got me into the States. And we were too young to get married, but so it fell apart. But we're still friends now. But she was a singer, and I was a magician. I lived in Orlando, so it was a good place to be for the ships and for traveling. And I thought, well, I'd love to go to Vegas or LA because that's really where things are happening. And as a magician, Vegas is kind of the place to be. So I started mailing letters and resumes and all this stuff with a few things that I did. And I'd won a lot of awards at that point in the magic world because that was a nice way to, show my worth somehow. And it worked out, and I got this offer for Vegas, and I thought, let's go. Unfortunately, at the time, my relationship was falling apart. So, we got divorced, and I moved out here. I didn't have any kids or anything. So I had to separate a few things, a house, the car or two. And I came out here, and I gave it a shot at the Frontier Hotel. I opened January 26, 2002. And that changed everything. And of course, that forced me to be more professional and step up to the Vegas game, which in Vegas, you have the best here. And at that point, reality TV was coming around, from Blind Date, which is an old show, to at the time the Osbournes were on TV, which is, that's how the Kardashians became the Kardashians. Of the Osbournes, they were the first family reality show on TV back then, And so I started auditioning for reality TV. I thought, man, there's a great avenue to get on. You don't need to be Johnny Depp or Leonardo DiCaprio or, anybody really amazing at acting to get on. You can just be an idiot like me, and I can do that. So I started applying for stuff like that, and it seemed to really suit my genre. Not many people who did magic were going on reality. They thought it wasn't the greatest thing, and I thought, well, it's working. It's sticking around. It's an excuse to get on TV, so that's kind of how that all started. And I never looked back, and that's where my popularity rose. And then also once YouTube came around, and in 2015, when social media and YouTube really started kicking in, I met this producer, Seth Leach, who's a very dear friend of mine now. Well, he's like a brother to me, and he said, hey, I love your stuff, but no one's watching it. It was a backhanded compliment. And I said, well, what are we doing? You want to help me? And he says, yeah. I said, I can make this stuff go viral. And I said, let's do it. So I started changing all my magic to what you see online now. Me pranking cops, doing tricks for the homeless, giving them money, parking pranks, wheelchair pranks and all that. And that sent off another line to our portfolio of performing, So kind of like always reinventing the wheel, looking for that next thing, that keeps you on top.